Okay guys, here is a giant overview of what I've been doing for the past week on and off. These are mason jar lid ornaments, and I ordered them off of, what do you call it? Amazon. At first I ordered these smaller ones, and then I found bigger ones and I placed another order and I ordered bigger ones. So I have some smaller ornaments and some larger ornaments. These are going to be for sale on the Christmas tree in the antique booth. I'm hoping that people will want to spend their money on a unique ornament as opposed to what everybody can get at Hobby Lobby. We'll see. But I thought I'd do a craft with you. So stay tuned if you're interested in doing a craft with me after seeing all of these. Look at the chicken wire, so cute. All right, guys, stay tuned and thanks for watching. Lots more videos like this to come. Hey, let's craft with some mason jar lids. I will say the last set of lids I had the kind that come out in the middle, and those are just a teeny bit easier, but I just took my fabric and my lid and I just trimmed around it and it'll go right in. And it's not perfect, it's fine, but I think what we'll do first, because I've got a few. This is a little one that I had left over. This one actually does pop out. This is one that I bought. A lady was selling a bunch of these. Oh, stop it. Selling a bunch of these on Marketplace. And I got a whole tub of mason jars and a bunch of lids for $5. So I put it on both sides so that if this ornament spins around, it's on the other side as well. So I cut my fabric, I stuck it in there. This one, look what I did. I have chicken wire, and I just got this at the craft store. It comes in like a 12 by 12 sheet. This one, I went ahead and put the rope, and the rope super glued it on the inside, and that will hold that chicken wire in and it won't come out. Now on these, I went ahead, I got some fabric obviously that has Santa Claus on it, and I thought it was super uber cute. So I cut the fabric to fit there, and then I have these three, two with the horses. Okay, so this one's just horses, this one's the horses with the tree with the cardinal, and then this is a barn, and these are obviously all from the same fabric. So I figured we would decorate these together. And I don't know if I'm going to show the finished ones, because I have a bunch of finished ones. I don't know if I'm going to show that before or after, so get your cup of tea or your cup of coffee. It's actually snowing out right now, so it's like super perfect for creating Christmas ornaments. All right, so I think first, and you're going to hear my dog peeping because she wants to go out and bark at the critters that are outside. There are some, I don't know, raccoons or squirrels or what out there. But anyway, so again, just like I did with the fabric, I took the chicken wire, I laid my circle on top, and then I just cut around it. And I just used regular scissors. I didn't use any special cutting tools. And now I'm just going to put my glue. And I'm not going to put it all the way around because hot glue, as you guys probably know, starts drying really fast. And you can use all kinds of trim. I just think this looks really rustic. And even though that chicken wire doesn't want to lay down, once I glue this rope on top of it, it has no choice but to lay down. And it doesn't exactly meet, but that's okay. There are so many ways that we can fix that. Okay. All right, those two are ready. Let's go ahead and glue some fabric down. And what I have found works best is just, I use fabric tack. And I like it because it doesn't make your paper, like if you're going to use paper, because you could certainly use paper. Ooh, I didn't even think of that till right now. But you could definitely use paper, and it doesn't make your paper look wrinkly and stuff. But we're going to do this with fabric because that's what I had planned. So let's get all these glued in there, and they don't have to be perfect, and they don't, you know, because we're going to put all kinds of trim around it and cover up the imperfections. Let's glue in some Santas. I mean, you don't need to use a lot of glue. I guess if you used a lot of glue, it would seep through and look ugly. But yeah, like I said, I feel foolish now that I didn't even think about using paper. That would have actually probably been way easier. I actually went to the fabric store and looked for fabric that had cute images on it. And I think you have to buy 10 inches. So I have quite a bit of Santas to play with if I want to order some more. This is the last of my mason jar lids. But you can see how fast, and with paper, you could just do the same thing. You just lay your paper down, trace around your mason jar, and stick it in. I like the horses a lot. I think it's very farmhouse, and of course the barn looks very farmhouse. And since that's the theme that I'm going with in the booth, then that's excellent. Okay. I got some of this yesterday at where? At Joann's. So I like this for the outside. It's a little bit big. Is it? Oh, it actually looks kind of cute on the inside. Oh, let's do it on the inside. I think that's uber cute. So we're going to measure it out on the inside. And once you measure something, measure it out on your mat. Okay, so this is 10 inches. So the inside of the larger lids, these are the larger ones. All of these are the larger ones except there's one. Anyway, so the inside, any trim that we're going to put on the inside is going to be 10 inches. So that'll be good. All right, so let's get some glue going on there. Oh, wait, doing it like this. Be sure you're putting your trim in there in the direction that you want it to go. That's always helpful. Oh yeah, that looks so cute. All right. This is such an easy ornament. The fun part is like just, I mean, there's no real talent to this. It's just, I guess, decorating it, embellishing it. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? I love it. I love it. But we have to do something on the outside, because when this is hanging on the tree, you know, let's see what we got. I like mixing the burlap with the other colors. Okay, so now on the outside, this is like 11.5 inches. So anything we need on the outside is going to be 11.5 inches. Can't tell you how pretty it is outside, looking out there and seeing the snow falling. It feels like Christmas time, and it isn't even Halloween. Did I just tell you when I am filming this? It's not even Halloween. I hope that there are going to be people that really are going to appreciate these handmade ornaments, that you can't just go to Hobby Lobby and purchase in mass amounts, even though Hobby Lobby has some cute ornaments. So look at that. How cute is that? So how do we hang this, you say? How do we do it? All right. So I have this, and this, what I like to do, because I like my, I don't know what you call this, twine. I like it to be really thin. So I buy burlap and I pull it. I pull the strands out. So we're going to wrap this around, and we want our image, obviously, to hang properly. So you want to tie your knot at the top point. There you go. So the image will hang properly. And then what we're going to do is just tie it again. And you can leave your loop as big or, you know, as short or long as you want. And, oh, didn't want to do that. There we go. All right, so there's our loop to hang. And we're going to take more. I'll take one strand of this. Oh my gosh, it's coming down even nicer now outside. I'm gonna cut that. I've got my studio heater going, and I'm gonna go out there in a little bit. Okay, so we made our bow. And then we just glue that bow right on top there. I want to turn this a little bit. And the way I'm going to make this turn is I'm going to glue it. I'm going to stick my bow right there. And look at that. Look at that. So we can embellish this up if you like. Let's see what we got. I got all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I have these leaves and I'm just going to cut them up because they're too big. And make them look like the size that I want. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. Let's see. Do we want it both in the back? Yeah. All right. And then let's cut our berries. That's too much berries. Put our berries in the center. Look at that. And I could go even further. I've got some of this. And yeah, there we go. So, you know, it's as embellished as you want it to be. So let me find another piece because this piece is too straight. Okay. All right, look at that. And that's the top. I think it's super pretty. Don't you think it's super pretty? All right. So we'll let that dry. Put that over there. You know, I thought I was going to have a hard time creating with you guys. I'm such an on-the-fly kind of crafter. Okay, this one. Let's use this. So we know we need 10 inches. So we've got this glued in, and with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fabric tack. That'll be easier than the hot glue. So I'm going to keep this right around the rim on the inside. Uh-oh. I made this a teensy bit too short. How did that happen? Probably because this stuff that I was using is a little bit stretchy. So I'm just going to cut another little piece and glue it to cover that up. No big deal. Nobody is really going to be super inspecting these ornaments to the point where they're gonna, and if you're creating for yourself, certainly you know, easy peasy. I will say with the fabric tack, it takes a little bit longer to hold it on because the hot glue dries so fast. Okay. All right, now I'm going to use a little bit of rope, and I'm going to stick with I'm just going to go a little bit over 10 inches. And I want that to go around like that. So I'm going to take the hot glue and go all around that edge. I still think it's so funny that I didn't think about using paper for this, because I probably have a ton of paper that would work just fine, and I went and bought fabric. But I go to the fabric store a lot to get fabric for dog bandanas, so okay. And I have a little bit of extra, but again, no big deal. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then what we can do is we can do the same thing. Well, or we could just use the rope, because it's okay if some of your metal's showing. That's no biggie. But I do think it'll look nice with okay. So I'm going to go with the fabric tack, because with the fabric it seems to work better with the fabric tack glue. And I like to keep my seam at the top, because we're gonna usually be decorating the top of the ornament. And just to mention again, these are going to be decorating the tree in our antique booth and will be for sale. I don't like how this is not sticking. So earlier, before I started filming this, I was watching May Made It Crafts at this Christmas store and just drooling over the amazing things that she is showing. Ugh. So wish I could go to a place like, well, we have a place. It's called, what's it called? I should take you guys there. That's so funny. Oh, it's called Old St. Nick's. It's funny that I just said, I wish we had a place like that. We do. It's actually not far from my grooming salon. Like maybe 3 miles. I just don't think about going there because it's so expensive. My dollar goes a lot further at Hobby Lobby. Okay, look at that. Look at that. I love it. I love it so much. These mason jar ornaments are super fun. Okay. Let's see how we're going to decorate this one. I got a bag full of stuff here. Ooh, those will be good. I didn't think I had any more of those, but it looks like that's all that's in there, is that. So I'm going to cut that in half. Let's get our bow lined up. And then we'll get our loop that we're going to hang. That's going to be, well, that'll be all right. I was going to say that's going to be a little short, but it'll be all right. So let's get that glued on top. This is going to be a long video. I know some of you like long videos and some of you don't like long videos, but I guess if you don't, you can click off. Okay, so let's get a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue there. And these are just pieces of plastic, little, I don't know what you call it, these little sprays that you can get at Joann's and Michael's. Let's see. You can buy one of these whole sprays for like $1.99, and then you can cut it apart and use it on a whole bunch of different projects. Let's put some pine cones. Pine cones, and then we'll put our berries kind of in the center. Well, that didn't go very well. Okay. Just gonna hold these on here. Let them set. I just love this image the more I look at it. Okay. There we go. And you know what's funny is we had this bow and we didn't really end up using it, but we could always, you know, stick it inside, or we can leave it without. I actually think I like it without. So we're going to set this over here to dry, and let's figure out what we're going to do with our barn while we have another sip of tea. I know what I want to do on the outside of the barn. Let's go ahead and stick with the rope. Okay. That's pretty simple. Here we go. We got our barn framed out with the rope. I think it looks really nice. And then we're going to use these. Let's get some twine and figure out. I got this all tangled up. Of course I did. Sorry guys. This is my disorganization skills at its finest. I mean, look at that. All right. So I'm going to take this, cut it in half, wrap it around. And so I've got it like that. And what I want to do is get a little drop of glue. Again, you want to make sure your image is, you know, that you get this at the top of your image so that your ornament will hang properly. This is actually a little bit off. So I'm gonna, this is not gonna matter that we have all this glue on here. It's not. And you will see momentarily. So I'm actually thinking putting up a small tree at the booth in the regular mall, not just the antique mall. So I gotta make lots of ornaments. Okay, so we got our little hangy thing. Now we're gonna glue these wood pieces all along. So we gotta move quick here before this glue dries. And you want to put enough to keep it stuck on there. And this is going to make for a pretty good sized ornament. But these ones, I think with the wood pieces, going to get a little bit more for these. I did a couple of other ones of these. Uh-oh. Takes actually quite a bit of these, and these aren't cheap, I'll be honest with you. These are leftover from, I don't know, last year or a year before, probably a year before. I bought these actually to go in a mini album. Sounds weird, right? But it actually turned out really good. Okay. So look at that. Look at that. That is cool. And then we can take this bow that we had for the other one that we didn't use, and this one, I think, because it has all the wood and stuff going on, doesn't need a lot of embellishing. It just doesn't. I don't know, maybe we put a little bit at the bottom. Let's see what we got. We got these frosty pieces, but they look a little too light green to me. I don't know. I like darker. Maybe we just take a little. Okay, I kind of like this. I've got some little teeny pine cones too. So we'll hold those on there like that for a minute. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna need 3 cups of tea this morning. Okay, what do you think of that? Is that, as my mother would call it, gilding the lily? Is that too much? I'm gonna cut this, because I don't like the way it's curving up. Oh, I super love it. Okay, you'll have to let me know what you think. All right, so that's 3. Oh, I know what. Let's do this. Okay. So I have these bottle brush trees, and I'm going to cut the back off of this one and make it as flat as I can. So we're going to do that. And we're going to glue. Oh, you know what? We got to put something on the inside first. What was I thinking? Oh. Wonder about this. And this is the funny thing is, I'm on the fly here. I just have this container full of stuff over here. And this actually will kind of match the bottle brush trees really nicely. Okay. So, you know, just go through your trim stash and get yourself a little container. Oh, good. Oh, good. I can cut this little. There we go. I just have this little container I brought with me to my table that had stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna glue our bottle brush tree down. You want to try to be careful not to use more glue than you need. Where's our bottom? Okay. And then we've got 2 little ones. how's this gonna go? Okay. So this one, I'm gonna want to hold it really till it dries. That's pretty good. I don't know. Oh, I do. As you say, I don't know what I have in dark green, but I have this velvet. Oh, that will be very nice. So let's do, what do we say, 11.5 inches? I don't know if you guys are ready to be done with this video, but oh my gosh, I just cut this piece in. Okay, you get to see me at my not the finest. I think after this one, we'll call it a day. I think you get the idea, but I thought it would be fun for us to craft it together. And you can order these mason jar lids on Amazon. Pretty reasonable. I don't know if you can get them just at Michael's or a place like that. I don't know, because I didn't get them there, so I don't know. But I mean, look how cute that looks. And you know, I don't have any dark but I might actually have some poinsettias. But right now I have to go get Honey his coffee. He has somewhere to be this morning. So I'm going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this video and had some fun and got some inspiration. And if you have any questions, leave them in the description box down below the video. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks for watching Vintage Stuff and Things. See you next time. Bye.